Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to ChippysCouch. Today we return for a little more thorium, and in today's episode, well, we've got some bosses. You know what, I do an intro to every episode where I try and hype you up a little bit. I'm like, well, we could be doing this, and then in reality, just like yesterday, I spent about 8 minutes making an accessory. The intro is irrelevant, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, big reveal. We've got the relic stand. Yeah, and I built it out of some modded blocks because I thought that would be very thematic. So as you can see already, just based on our current progress, we've almost filled it up. So I'm going to easily have to expand this in a couple of episodes. But yeah, we're starting off with the pirate invasion, if you have yet to notice. And that's because it just started to spawn in and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to log out the world. And I'll leave it for today, and then when I record tomorrow, then everything's going to be glorious. So yeah, pirate invasion. Now, will it have barred weapons? I don't know. But I did learn from you lot in the comment section down below that after we defeat one mechanical boss, the steampunker will actually sell barred weapons or accessories. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, because in today's episode, we do have the Queen Slime. And then, yeah, we also have the mechanical bosses, which we've yet to do, which we are going to be cracking on with. And it's interesting here to see the damage output we have against the pirates, because the pirates quite literally are an event that you do in early hard mode, and we have fairly early hard mode gear still, but I would still say we're not, crushing it. We're not killing it. We do still have that accessory from yesterday, which gives you a 15% damage buff just for hovering your mouse over an enemy, and I'm still, in amazement by that. Oh, also, we got these things yesterday called crystal waves, and you lot, whoa, what happened to this clothy ear, and why is the hat so thematic? So we got these yesterday in the aquatic depths, and I didn't really pay much attention to them because I looked at them as a material. They permanently increase your base movement speed by 4%, and it can be used up to 5 times. So a pretty good accessory, a permanent upgrade. Thank you for letting me know. That almost sat in magic storage for the rest of the adventure because I thought it was used for a painting. So yeah, if you can use those 5 times, we'll have to go get some more. To be honest, I didn't actually notice what dropped them in the aquatic depths, but, you know, if I remember, we'll go back and grab some, because movement speed is pretty crucial. And first death, all right, Caleb, jot it down. People have been asking, by the way, who's Caleb? Caleb is an honorary member of the couch, you know, permanency. I've said this many a time. Caleb is somebody who started tracking the deaths in every series. I don't know how many years ago. I want to say it's maybe 3 years or 4 years at this point. I think it might be longer, actually. It might be longer. Caleb, do you know? So they're just somebody that comes along every day and writes down the number of deaths in an episode. And now that Terraria have added slash deaths feature, I have kind of swore a vow never to use it, because I don't want to ruin Caleb's job if he enjoys doing it. It's an unpaid job, I'm sorry, you know, it doesn't come with any perks or benefits, but it is what it is. I guess the seat on the couch is pretty good. So it was great then to see that a pirate enemy had a little barred weapon. So as I always say, I am very interested in what you're up to on the weekend, and one comment that stood out to me yesterday was somebody saying that over the weekend they were doing their training to become a firefighter. I just want to highlight that because, how cool and, amazing and well done to you, and, thank you for your service and all that, because that is that's a pretty scary thing. Let's be real here. It's not an easy thing to do. So yeah, it's good to know that members of the Couch Gang are kind of awesome, and yeah, it just made me happy. I just honestly, I just love reading what you all get up to. You know, it's not all firefighting, but, you know, I like this. I like the normal things as well, but yeah, well done. All right, so that's the pirate invasion. I did not manage to take down a Flying Dutchman. It seems like Bard class is quite low in defense. That's not a knock against the class or anything, but yeah, the second we kind of encountered an enemy, we were dead. As you can tell, lots and lots of gravestones today, but we did get something new, which I think we did. I'll open up the inventory one sec. There we go. It's all nice and organized now. So, we got the Dead Man's Patch. This is for the Thrower class. Pretty cool. And we got the Supersonic Concertina. Concertina? holds out a concertina in front of you, which releases wind bursts. Holding them longer increases the wind burst count damage and speed, and it gives you resource consumption chance 2 and resource regen. Amazing. There we go. Right, so let's give it a go. Let's see how it works. Hold it down, and then let go once it clicks. Very cool. Very, very cool. Let's actually try it on a target dummy so we can see it in full action. There we go. What do we think? It's pretty cool. Does it bounce? Yeah, it does. I wonder how many times it bounces. And does it have a second click? No, it doesn't. Oh gosh, it bounces quite a bit. So it's a cool little like burst weapon. Yeah, no, I'm a fan of that. I dig that. But the good thing about the Pirate Invasion always is selling the furniture and profiting from the moolah, because it sells for an alright amount. I mean, like, I ain't gonna scoff at it. We're kind of broke in the series. As always, if you want to send some platinum coins in an envelope to a non-disclosed address, please go ahead. So what are we doing first then? Let's do Queen Slime. Yeah, Queen Slime. So I'm gonna actually, yeah, no, I'll use this time to set up an arena. Since it is nighttime. Also, I've got to craft some buffs and buy some buffs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just a long platform, like a Dryad's platform. A platform. That's not what I'm thinking of. A planter box platform from the Dryad. There we go. Got it out eventually. It's one of those days. So just taking a little look at this NPC here, Fester. They sell a Vicious Mockery. 32 symphonic damage. Propels an insulting burst, which deals increased damage while near max inspiration. This is, I don't know if this was pre-hard mode or not. It's probably pre-hard mode, but I did want to just buy it just to see it. So let's see. I quite like the sound. It's just like a little clown's nose. I was really like, I was actually kind of in, like, I was like, what sound is this going to be? An insulting burst. Like you fire it away and it's like, yeah, fob off, mate. Just every time. I'd actually kind of dig that. For him, if you want to write that one down, please, honestly, be my guest. Right, I need to find the Dryad. That's the only reason I was actually over there. Oh yeah, I built some houses over here for the steampunker, but already they've been filled, so I still need to keep making more houses. Oh, that's cool. I like that at least. So yeah, when you hit an enemy, you know, there's a little bit of like bit of an insult text there. That's cool, or like a little bit of censorship. I don't know how best to describe that, but yeah, at least there's something. Also, I want to try this against an enemy. Well, I kind of missed. Are there any more enemies about? Nah, I kind of butchered my chance for that one. Oh wait, here we go. It's all right. I mean, I'm probably not going to use it, but it's cool to find a new weapon though. All right, so it's daytime now. To kill the time, I've added a couple of houses to this one house. Now I know that this looks awful, but I'm going to be real with you. Despite training with the building monks while I was away, I've lost the love for building once again. Yeah, I know, and it's a real shock, and it's an absolute train wreck. But here we are. So now we have lopsided houses, but we can get more NPCs, and I guess that's all that matters. There are so many NPCs when you play with modded. I've said this many a time, but it's becoming very true. Look at this, right? 3 homes. Okay, count them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're up to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Keeps going. All right, I could probably use these, to be fair. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And look, there's more here, and there's more. It's just too much. It's too much. Listen, we need to hire a builder for the channel. Somebody that comes in, builds all the homes right at the very start, and then we just never have to worry about it again. Okay, right. It's time for Queen Slime. Very exciting times. I've only ever done this twice in modded. So this should be fun. It's weird. It feels like a blending of worlds, you know? It's a little bit vanilla. It's a little bit modded. You know, like, we're all used to fighting the Eye of Cthulhu with mods, but I don't feel like we're all used to fighting the Queen Slime. So after this, we are going to be doing the mechanical bosses. So I've already crafted the mechanical skull and the mechanical eye, but I need to get some more Souls of Night if we're going to do the Destroyer. And we're going to be doing a legit fight against the Destroyer, all right? Don't even worry about it. I'm not going to be using, I'm not going to be using, what is it? Dynamite. Okay, so we're going to buff up, and we shall begin. So all I've done here is I've just built a very long platform, you know? I'm keeping it simple. Now, my idea behind this is that eventually I will add a second row to this platform, and it shall become the arena for the Empress of Light. Which I'm also very excited to do. Now, we know that Thorium probably hasn't added anything in for these bosses, because they're wanting to do like the next generation update eventually. This is more like the porting process with a couple new items. But it'll be interesting to see what you eventually get from this boss and how that'll all play into it. Damage-wise, I feel like we're doing very good. Health-wise, I do need to be careful, because at the end of the day, our defense is quite low. Alright, sorry about that. Bit of a jump cut there. Atari was barking at a postman. Right, this fight is going good. Now, it felt like our damage was doing very good at the start, and now it's kind of, it feels a little slow. Is there any reason behind that? Honestly, not too sure, but I'm going to keep swapping between different weapons just to get the inspiration, see how we go. But so far, I would say pretty bog standard fight, nothing too bad. I'm kind of more, well, with this fight in general, I'm always more interested in the second half of the fight. I feel like the second half is where it really starts to get a little crazy because of the flying and such. So that's what I usually do for Queen Slime. I usually build a long platform, and then when it comes to the flying segment, I just move to the right or to the left and try and avoid it that way. Now, we don't have a Shield of Cthulhu anymore because we swapped it for the accessory. The one from yesterday. Cannot remember the name of it. Never mind. But yeah, so avoiding this part is going to be a little bit harder. Because I feel like you kind of need the dodge to avoid some of these circle attacks. But this fight, as a whole, feels very modded. And I definitely think that. Because I remember saying, I think it might have been Fargo Soul Mod, that the reason Fargo Soul Mod was so difficult for me is because you don't often see Terraria bosses have attack patterns or like AI that sends out attacks in circles. And then this fight came along and I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I was trying to get across. Like, in Terraria, normally everything just fires in a straight line. You know, when you introduce a circle into a block game, I don't know, takes a little bit of extra IQ. Now, having realized that we can just simply head a little bit to the left and go in between these attacks, that's making it a lot easier. Now, in today's episode, I'm going to level here. I've not got too much to talk about today. The only thing on my mind is The Last of Us. How many of you are watching the TV show? Because me and Court, we watched episode 3 last night, and I really feel like they are killing it with this show. It's honestly so good. So yesterday, they made like a deviation from the game because it's an adaptation of the game. But the deviation they made, I just feel like was incredible. And it's wild because when I heard that this episode might be a deviation, I was like, ooh. I wasn't really sure. I was like, oh, they've done really well the first 2 episodes being very close to the game. But with a deviation, it's like, oh, how are they actually going to handle it? And I just feel like they made it better. And I'm really shocked at that. They just did, right? I won't say anything else in case you want to watch the show. But yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it. Right, treasure bag, opening up, bam. What do we get? We got the blade staff, we got the armor, we got the hook of dissonance, and we got our relic. Most important, right? Because we're going to keep building up the relics. Also, I added a door here because subtly for episodes, I've been coming out of the bed like this, heading here and going, oh, can't go that way. I'll just do a little bit of this. So we have a door here now, and oh my gosh, it's going to make such a difference, all right? This is speedrunning in itself. Right, so that is Queen Slime done. Not a hard fight, to be honest, at all. Pretty chill, actually. So I was going to work on the mechanical bosses today, but I've kind of gone over a little bit with my recording time, mainly because I set up that little relic stand at the beginning, which we did off camera. So I'll cut it short today, but tomorrow we will be back and we'll do all of the mechanical bosses. And also, it will give me a little bit of time to make some more NPC homes so that we definitely guarantee that we get the steampunker and we can, like, allow them to move in before we proceed. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.